I'm not trying to gross you out here as you're watching this video, but I wanted to share this little fact with you. If you have body odor, the chances are you probably don't know it. See, most people with body odor can't smell their own body odor. Do you know why that is? Yeah, because they're too close to it. But if somebody else came in your proximity with strong body odor, you would probably be able to pick up on it pretty quickly. Why is that? Because there's a degree of separation. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because I want to talk to you for a minute about the law, something called the law of resonance. Yes, the law of resonance. See, resonance is about frequency. Now, you may be saying, well, what's frequency have to do with this? Well, everything has a frequency. This is physics 101. Anybody who even has a rudimentary understanding of physics understands that all matter, everything in existence, carries a certain vibrational frequency. This is true of everything. From plants to animals to rocks to trees, you name it, everything has a frequency. This is also true of energy and emotional states of being. Everything has a frequency, okay? So resonance is about frequency. For example, if you take, and any musician that knows their equipment will tell you this, if you take two guitars and put them in the same room and you tune the strings exactly to the same frequency on two separate guitars, if you pluck one guitar string, that other string on the other guitar will actually vibrate as if it's been plucked. Did you know that? Why is that? Because of the law of resonance. So resonance will pick up on matching frequencies and resonate with it. Does that make sense? So how does this affect us? Well, see, when you're too close, so we oftentimes can't smell our own body odor, meaning we can't pick up or detect our own resonance or frequency. But how we know what frequency we're operating on is determined by the kind of people who come into our lives, because often we will attract, this is the law of resonance, works with the law of attraction, we will bring into our life people and situations that match the same frequency or resonance that we're operating upon. Now, this isn't just true of us individually, this is also true of us corporately as a society. There are two major things happening in our society right now. One of them are these mandates we're seeing in which people are being coerced to give up their sense of sovereignty over their body, right? To make it so that they can appease what somebody else wants them to do with their own body, right? We're seeing this in the mandates regarding the drugs that we're being encouraged to take as a society, and people are being coerced to take them. So that is a mandate. We're seeing that, okay? Now, people who are advocating that are also having strong reactions to the other side of that, right? So in Texas recently, there was a law that's passed in which women do not have a choice as to whether or not that they abort their babies, right? So there was a strong abortion law. Now, again, I'm not for or against, this isn't a video that's about being for or against mandates when it comes to being forced to take drugs, or mandates when it comes to being forced to not do something with your pregnancy. This isn't about that at all. This is about recognizing resonance, okay? See, people who are advocating mandates for the drugs are reacting negatively to the Texas law, and folks who are advocating for the Texas law are reacting very negatively to the mandates. Now, this is a real gift to us. Do you know why? Because it's the same frequency. This is all about a loss of personal sovereignty over your body, okay? Now, I'm not saying, now I know people who are supporting the mandates for the drugs are saying, no, this is so we can protect other people. But do you know that's the same argument the people in Texas are making? This law in which a woman loses sovereignty over her body, this is for protection of the unborn baby she has, right? So again, this isn't about what you agree with, what you don't agree with. This is the same resonance, same frequency, okay? Same is true in Afghanistan. We've heard about Afghanistan, right? People were just a few weeks ago lamenting the loss of freedom of the people of Afghanistan because the Taliban have taken over the country, right? But in Australia, a large percentage of the population of Australia cannot even go a kilometer away from their home. Basically, they've been confined to their homes for the last several months. kind of like being in prison, right? You don't hear anybody talking about that, but the people who are decrying the loss of the freedom of people, women in Afghanistan, are really silent about the loss of the freedom of the people in Australia, right? Yeah, it's the same frequency. See, we're seeing this across the board. What's being shown to you is your own resonance being mirrored back to you. And if you're reacting negatively to it, you need to take a close look in the mirror. This is for us collectively as a community, as a society, right? See your own resonance being mirrored back to you and ask for insight as to what you do about that. If you don't like it, you can make a change. We all have the freedom, sovereignty, and authority to change the resonance or frequency that we're operating in.